Let's talk to Sam Miley, who's Managing Economist and Forecasting Lead from the Centre for Economics and Business Research. Welcome back to the programme, Sam. Good to see you. So this was not a surprise for the Bank of England, was it? But it wasn't a unanimous decision.
So the Bank of England held rates this afternoon, as was largely expected by economists. But you're right to point out that there was a split verdict amongst members of the Monetary Policy Committee, with several members opting for a change in policy rates, some of whom opting for a hike and others for a cut. But the majority opted to stay with the current rate, and that was the decision that prevailed.
So mixed views then. The governor himself, though, said he needs more evidence before we can lower interest rates. What more evidence does he need?
Well, ultimately, inflation remains too high to warrant a loosening of monetary policy. We would need to see a more sustained deceleration in both the headline and core rates of price growth before the Bank of England is likely to take further action.
But when he was talking about inflation, he said he thinks it's going to hit the 2% target by the second quarter. And then where might it go?
Yeah, so we might see some interesting inflation dynamics this year. In April, we're expecting to see a particularly sharp deceleration in the headline rate of inflation, driven by deflation in the energy price category. But beyond that volatility, there's still signs of embedded price pressure, which might prevent the inflation rate from hitting target sustainably this year.
Well, on the interest rate issue, we also saw the US Fed hold rates in the United States. Can we compare the two decisions?
So there is some divergence at the moment between the economic conditions in the UK and the US. In the latter, we're seeing particularly strong growth despite the tighter monetary policy environment, whereas in the UK, demand is feeble at best. So the dynamics that are at play are quite different between those economies, and the differences between those circumstances are meaning that the monetary policy decisions are not being made on the same basis.
Sam, good to talk to you. Thank you very much for joining us. That's Sam Miley from the Centre for Economics and Business Research.